Hi, my name is Michelle. Today I'll be taking you through Foundation 101. So all the basics that you'll need to learn for everyday makeup. I'm going to take you through a little bit of skincare, foundation, concealer and a bit of powder to set it off. So this is my model Lydia, who's going to be helping me out today. Let's get started. So first of all, there's no point in buying a beautiful foundation and doing all the work without prepping your skin correctly. So when I say prepping your skin correctly, I'm saying that you need to make sure you're using a good moisturizer, eye cream, and if you have dry lips, a little bit of lip conditioner. So I've already prepped Lydia's lips with a bit of MAC lip conditioner. Now I'm just going to go in with a beautiful moisturizer called Strobe Cream. Now this has a mica running through it, which is going to give a really beautiful reflective pearl to her skin. So Lydia has slightly normal to dry skin, so something like a really nice nourishing moisturizer like Strobe Cream is going to hydrate it, and it's going to give it a really nice luminous glow. So you can see I'm just using a foundation brush to apply this all over. Strobe Cream is a really great product as well to help minimise redness over time, which I know a lot of Kiwi girls get, especially in the cold winter months. Next, I'm going to use a little bit of eye cream. Just close your eyes. This one's called Fast Response. It's one of my favourite products. Now, if you're someone who doesn't use eye cream, start today. Eye cream is so important. You just can't use your regular moisturizer around your eyes. The reason being is that the skin around your eyes is 4 times thinner than the skin around the rest of your face. So any like moisturizer or face moisturizer is just far too heavier around the eye area. And you'll notice that when you start getting older, Lydia doesn't have to worry about that just yet, but when you start getting older, that's the sort of first area of your face that you're going to start seeing any fine lines and aging coming through. So you want to start preventing that now before you wake up and you're 50 and you need to try and get rid of it. So that's pretty basic. We've just got strobe cream, lip conditioner and eye cream. Next we're going to go in with some prep and prime. So the one I'm using is called Natural Radiance. So it has a really beautiful yellowy glow to the primer. Now a lot of people don't use primers. Primers aren't an absolute need, but if you find that your foundation wears off throughout the day and you need to keep touching up, or perhaps you're someone who gets shiny throughout the day, a primer is going to help minimise that. So what you can do, you can apply a primer all over the face, and that's going to help smooth out any uneven texture on the skin, so any fine lines, any blemishes, any open pores. It's going to help reduce the shininess throughout the day and mattify your skin slightly, and it's going to help your foundation last a lot longer. So great if you've got maybe a special occasion to go to and you want your makeup to last all day. Next we're going to go in with foundation. Now one really important thing that not enough people do when you're matching your foundation is to not always match your face. Make sure you match the rest of your body, because a lot of people use sunscreen in their moisturizer or sunscreen in their foundation, and their face can be a little bit paler than the rest of your body. So you can see with Lydia, she's got nice beautiful tan arms, slightly fairer face. So what we're going to do, we're going to make sure you use a slightly darker foundation, so make sure it's going to match the rest of your body. So I've already pre-matched Lydia before this, so we know what colour she is. And when you apply your foundation, wherever you put your brush first is where you're going to get the most product to go on. So you want to make sure you start in the centre of the face, because the centre of the face is where most people have discoloration that they want to try and correct. You don't need to start down here where there's nothing down here that you want to correct. So start in the middle so it's a little bit heavier here, and then slowly fade out. Sometimes if you start down the jawline as well, you're going to have that line of where your foundation stops and starts. So you want your foundation to be nice and heavy or thicker than here, and then slowly fade out. start in the centre of your face and blend outwards. Always brush downwards, don't brush upwards, because everyone always has these little fuzzy hairs on their face and you don't want to push them up and make them more visible. Now I'm using a foundation brush. Personally I prefer a foundation brush just because I feel like you use a lot less product and you can work it a lot better into the skin. You don't have to, it's a personal preference what you use. You can use a sponge. Sponges are great, sometimes they do soak up a bit of product and you just have to make sure you wash them regularly or change them regularly. You can use your fingers as well. Just sometimes I like to put on with a foundation brush and just blend with my fingers. But if you apply your foundation with your fingers, sometimes I find that doesn't last as long. No matter how clean your hands are, your hands always have oils in them, which can sometimes dilute the foundation, making it wear off a little bit quicker off your skin. You'll notice I haven't put any foundation underneath her eyes as well. I'm just going to use concealer there. The reason being I don't want to put too many products underneath there and make it look too layered. Lydia has really beautiful skin, so I wouldn't want to put too much makeup on her. I think I only use enough makeup. I don't want to cover anyone's skin too much. I wanted to make sure that you can always still see it's coming through and breathing through there. And what you can see, I'm just pushing the foundation into the hairline. So I just want to make sure that there's no line of where it stops and starts. And whatever's left on my brush, I'm just going to use to blend out down the jawline. As foundation goes, just blend, like add a little bit of product at a time, blend it out, a little bit more, blend it out, as opposed to putting a lot on and then spending your whole time blending it out. Great. So next we're going to go on with a little bit of concealer. Now what I'm doing with my concealer for underneath Lydia's eyes, I'm mixing two products. I'm mixing a highlighter as well as a liquid concealer. The reason being is that the concealer is going to cover anything and the highlighter is going to brighten out, especially underneath our eyes. So you can see I've got this one here which is called Radiant Rose, a nice peachy colour, mixed with a concealer. And concealer mixed with a highlighter works brilliantly underneath the eyes to help decrease any puffiness, hide any dark circles. On and then just blend it with my finger. So like I said at the beginning, I didn't put any foundation underneath it, I'm just putting concealer underneath it. So the foundation just went to here and the concealer is going above it. And if you wanted a really quick, easy day look, what you can do, you can just wear concealer by itself with maybe a bit of tinted moisturizer. If you want just something really natural. And then I'm just going to use a concealer just to cover any little blemishes. There's only about one I can use to cover, everything else is pretty good. Bit of highlighter mixed with concealer on the cheeks as well. And then lastly, I'm just going to go on with a bit of powder just to set it and make sure it's going to last a lot longer. So I'm using a translucent powder. There's so many different powders out there that you can use. You can use something which is tinted, so it's already the same colour as your skin, if you'd rather. That's going to add a bit more cover. Or this one is translucent. So what I like about that is that it's just going to help set the foundation and it's not going to add too much more product on. It's also got a really nice texture to it, so it doesn't look too powdery. A big look at the moment is really making sure the skin looks nice and fresh and dewy. If you put too much powder on, sometimes it can look drier and almost, you know, age you a little bit as well. So I'm just going to add a tiny bit of powder through the centre of the face where I think I need it. And I want to try and keep some of that dewiness coming through. What's great about a translucent powder is that you can, this one's a loose one, but you can take a pressed one away with you and keep it in your handbag and keep adding it on throughout the day, especially if you get shiny and you're not actually adding too much more makeup, you're just finishing it off and making it all look nice and even and beautiful. Great, so there you have it, that's Foundation 101. Please watch the rest of my videos and you'll see some other makeup tips. And let me know if you've got any questions. And please follow my blog and my website www.michellebrindle.com, and my blog is www.prettyfly.co. Thanks!